Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you are all doing well. Today is the day after Juventus 3, Maccabi Haifa 1. We won our first game in Champions League and we have a smile. I'm happy in the day after video that we can again speak about football like we did after the win in Serie A versus Bologna 3-0. Another 3 goals scored by Juventus and that's really great. But yesterday there was one thing that is annoying me and I will tell you even more is worrying me. Because after the 2-0 lead, conceding that goal and the reaction that we had at that moment was absolutely not acceptable. We have to speak about what the papers are saying about our beloved Juventus, trying to analyze it, and then we go a bit more tactically. I know, Benfica yesterday winning 1 point versus Paris Saint-Germain is making the journey to qualification of Juventus in Champions League difficult. Difficult doesn't mean impossible, but first we have to fix that single problem. Guys, I'm asking you to put a maximum of like, to subscribe to the channel. We go immediately with opening Tuttosport is saying Luce di Maria. Do you remember a few weeks when we were looking for the light at the end of the tunnel? Is Di Maria that light? At least Tuttosport is opening with the light of Di Maria. And yesterday, incredible. Angel Di Maria. We didn't pronounce his name yet on the channel after 1 minute. Well, Angel Di Maria was fantastic. For the total game, no. He needed a bit of magic. But from the moment he received that magic at the 31st minute, he woke up. He woke up and then, mamma mia, 1, 2, 3. 3 assists that went on goal. He did even more, but then we missed them. Pass accuracy was perfect from Angel Di Maria. The shot accuracy, not that much. We will have to go there. The light at the end of the tunnel. We go with Corriere dello Sport. What did they choose? Did they go for Di Maria? Yes, they did. They went with l'Angel Custode. Angel means an angel, l'angel custode, the guardian angel, because it's true that we needed a guardian and he was not able to be there in a lot of games this season where we drew or we lost. He's back on the field in Champions League. He will not be there and nobody will protect us versus Milan, but anyway, we have to continue to win as we did versus Bologna, as we did in Champions League versus Maccabi Haifa. Beautiful. Of course, they are speaking also about Milan that was trashed yesterday, 3-0 versus Chelsea. I didn't see the game. I don't want to speak too much. It's the only Italian club that was not able to win in Champions League, waiting for the other ones on Europe in the minor cups. Gazzetta dello Sport is not speaking about Angel Di Maria. They are choosing for Rabiot. Juve alla Rabiot. The Juve kind of Rabiot style. Maybe it's exaggerated. I didn't know that one day in my life, on the 6th of October 2022, I would have put Rabiot on the front page and saying Juve alla Rabiot, the Juve of Rabiot. But yesterday, incredible. So also the papers, you see it, from one to the other, they are indecisive. What do they go for? Who is the man of the match? Is it Angel Di Maria that received the man of the match trophy at the end of the game? Or is it Rabiot with his first brace in Bianconero? We don't know. Yesterday, you voted on live for Angel Di Maria, so we will go for that, but the performance of Adrien was fantastic. Or should I say Zinedine Rabiot, because the beautiful picture of yesterday found on internet. Or the other one that we saw, Michel Leroy Rabiot, with Michel Platini in the version of Rabiot, or should I say Adrien Rabiot in the version of Michel Platini. The memes on the internet yesterday were fantastic. We continue because now we have to speak a bit about serious talk instead of Michel Platini and Zinedine Zidane that also were French, and also Adrien Rabiot is French. We were waiting for Pogba. We have Adrien Rabiot. Are we sorry? Absolutely not. We are happy. Gruppo H, the Group H of Juventus. 1, 2, 3. Ecco. Di Maria is back with 1, 2 and 3 assists yesterday. We see the pictures of both of them. We were just speaking about that. I believe that we will continue speaking about them for the rest of the video. Yesterday, look at that. All smiles for our French and our Argentinian boys. Il Fideo yesterday said, I did what I preferred the most, because he's preferring doing the assist more than the goals. Beautiful words from Di Maria that we know it. He's the one that is doing a lot of assists in Champions League. 101 games for him. Guys, 38 assists. In the history of Champions League, is the one that is now finishing second. Second right after another ex-Bianconero, Cristiano Ronaldo at 42. He will not be able to increase his record this season, but Di Maria, maybe he can. starting next week on the 11th of October on Tuesday versus Maccabi Haifa again. He will not be able to increase his assists in Serie A because we are playing versus Milan and he will not be there, but he can do it in Champions League. Can he surpass Cristiano Ronaldo and being the all-time leader? We will see. With yesterday's hat-trick of assists, he surpassed Lionel Messi, that is stopping now at 37, even if yesterday he scored a goal. Allegri said, I am angry for the end of the game, and I totally agree with him. Yesterday we opened the live not celebrating as crazy. Don't forget, we were playing versus the last of the group. They have 0 points. It's Maccabi Haifa. We know it, with all the respect. But yesterday, the game that you were managing, that you were dominating, that you were going on goal, on target a lot of time, that you were having the luxury of missing so many attempts, you are actually taking a gift and giving it to Maccabi Haifa, saying, here a little present for you. Go and score, because that goal that we concede is a disaster. And it's not even that, because that can happen in every football game, that for a minute you are losing a focus, you were not expecting it, and you're taking a goal in counter-attack. No, this is not the problem. The problem is the reaction after that goal of 2-1, where Juventus mentally, they totally collapsed. And this is something that Juventus can't allow and can't permit themselves. We have to stop it, because Bologna was not a test. We didn't see the reaction of Bologna. Maccabi Haifa, they reacted with the poor qualities in terms of bigger names teams. We know it, but they reacted, and they were nearly close to score that second goal. First time with a free kick on the post, and then another time from the distance, also them on the post. It was really dangerous for Juventus at that moment. Luckily, that third goal of Juventus came with Adrien Rabiot on an assist from the one that we were speaking about since the beginning of the video, Di Maria, that saved us, that made us smile for a short time, because apparently in the locker room they were not happy, because they knew that they were about to make a big disaster. It is what it is. We continue. Oh, Allegri said as well, Angel meraviglioso, a meraviglia, something splendid. Guys, can we say that he was wrong today? No, absolutely not. Di Maria is creating, Rabiot is scoring. Vai Juve, big title of Tuttosport with 3 assists of El Fideo. The magic continue, and now we have another story, another Juve. Che bello aiutare la Juve a vincere. He said himself, it was really beautiful. It is beautiful to help Juventus to win, but we need also another mentality, because these kind of drops towards the end of the game are absolutely not allowed. We continue, guys. We continue with Allegri, that is saying that he's trusting Rabiot. Rabiot yesterday, after his beautiful performance, said, he's trusting me, and when I receive the trust, is helping a lot more. Grande partita, beautiful game of Adrien Rabiot yesterday. That was everywhere. We will go in his personal stats in a second. He's saying that in training and in games he's giving 100%. So who will take the starting spot of Rabiot in the remaining part of the season? I don't know, because it's quite difficult. If we see that version of Rabiot, it will be difficult. Gazzetta dello Sport was rating them with a beautiful score. 8 for Di Maria, 8 for Rabiot, both of them with a really big score. They said that Bremer received a 5.5. Guys, I start thinking, even if Bremer is probably to point fingers at on that goal together with Bonucci, I start thinking that Gazzetta dello Sport, they still didn't accept the fact that he didn't go to Inter but instead chose for Juventus. Gazzetta is not happy. If you are looking at the scores that they are giving systematically to Bremer, that is the Brazilian wall together with Danilo, I don't understand. Something is not really working. Anyway, 8 for Di Maria, 8 for Rabiot. They are giving 7.5 for Vlahovic, and I was not okay with that score. Too high for Vlahovic, that played probably one of his best games since he's playing at Juventus this season, but he missed so much. And this is why Tuttosport is kind of punishing him, saying, yes, beautiful goal, yes, you played a lot better, but you receive a 6.5 because you can't miss all these goals. Words repeated and said by Massimiliano Allegri in post-game, and he was totally correct. Who was the best man according to Tuttosport? Well, they are going for Di Maria with an 8, and also here Rabiot with an 8. Both of them 8 in one and in the other page. Guys, yesterday we had the Dusan Vlahovic that, yes, okay, he scored and he was happy, second goal for him in Champions League, but he knows who he has to thank. He went to Di Maria and he was cleaning his boot, his left shoe. Mamma mia, what a left foot from Angel Di Maria, incredible. And he knows, he really knows, Dusan Vlahovic, who he has to thank, because these assists are out of this world. Not only that, because I remember when I'm going to the past, the last time I saw these kind of scenes at Juventus, Juventus, it was Alexandro who received a cleaning boot from Dani Alves. You remember him? It was a few seasons ago. Beautiful scenes in the Allianz Stadium. Angel Di Maria received the man of the match yesterday with a hat-trick of assist. It's not happening every single day. And then you see also Dusan Vlahovic not only thanking Di Maria, but also saying mon cheval, my horse, to who? Of course, to Adrien Rabiot. Yesterday night and this morning, Dusan Vlahovic, he was smiling and saying thank you to everyone. Beautiful images. Di Maria will not be there versus Milan. We know it. He said it's a pity that I can't play versus Milan, but he's taking ownership. He's taking accountability for that. He's saying it's my fault. I deserve not to be there because I lacked of respect towards my teammate, my clubs, but also to everyone. Beautiful word for him. Unfortunately, it will not change the destiny. He will not be there versus Milan. Guys, let's not exaggerate. Milan will also have a lot of players out like Calabria, Florenzi, Ibrahimovic, Kier, Maignan, Salamakers, Origi, Hernandez, and Messias. A lot of players out for Milan. What about Juve? Well, we see Chiesa with a big smile. It's giving us a lot of positivity, but he will not be there versus Milan. And now the big question mark is, what about Milik? Milik could potentially play, but we have to be really prudent because if we insist too much, he can be in a long time injury, and we don't want that. So if we can avoid the fact that he's playing, preferably let him put on the bench, do all the tested of the world to understand if yes or no he's able to play. So also for us problems. And then De Sciglio yesterday at halftime, he had to go out because of a muscular injury. Guys, we entered that tactical part. Yesterday we opted for that formation that you are seeing here with the average position 4-3-3 that became some strange hybrid formation yesterday with a Kostic that was super wide, and then we saw a Weston McKennie that was giving support to Quadrada in first half. But what do we see here? Juventus, as I tried to explain before the game in a video of yesterday, go and try to go really wide. Otherwise, you will have problems centrally with Maccabi Haifa. We did really well in the first half. In the second half, with the subs, we did a bit less. Why? Because you see that big density in the middle of the field. I saw some people complaining about the subs of Allegri. I totally agree with the subs that he did. Not to defend him or not, we don't care, but it was correct. You are managing the game. You are winning 2-0. You have attempts towards goal. You have everything. Maccabi Haifa already was back in their country, and then you're reopening that game. Because when we are doing the changes, thinking also about Milan, saving energies, knowing that the De Sciglio, for example, will be out because of muscular energy, you are taking your two wingers, put them on the bench. It makes totally sense. I understand that decision also because we didn't go with a 5-man defense. No, we went for a 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1 unfortunately didn't work really well because we conceded that goal, and then we also gave power and belief to Maccabi Haifa. And then you see clearly here we were not able anymore to go super wide. Rabiot, Vlahovic, Di Maria, Locatelli, Paredes, they were all there in the middle of the field. It was quite difficult yesterday. Juventus had tried to play on the left and on the right. This is now usual this season, so I'm happy to repeat my percentages left and right and also centrally, because it's not something singular that we tried one time. No, Juventus is really looking for diverse solutions into the game. Yesterday you will tell me, Beppe, how is it possible that Maccabi Haifa went a lot of time, or at least on attempts, they went from all single possible moment. In the beginning of the game, when we were structured and organized, they went from the distance, and then when we were absolutely not organized anymore after them scoring, they started to be really dangerous inside the box as well. And this is something that we can't allow ourselves versus Milan on Saturday. You see some heat maps. This is the one of Di Maria. He was literally everywhere yesterday. He was also the one that touched most balls, 75 balls for Di Maria. There is something I have to say as well, and I already said it in the beginning. His first 30 minutes were not perfect. He was missing a lot of balls. He was not succeeding in his dribbles. But then from that assist, everything changed and he did a perfect game. Grande for him. Leandro Paredes, that was a bit invisible yesterday. Well, he touched 68 balls. Second players with most touch balls for Juventus, and he had a really high percentages of pass accuracy. Dusan Vlahovic, 5-time attempts, 3 times on target. He needs to become better in his shot accuracy. He really needs to. But Angel Di Maria was second with 3 attempts, never on target, but who cares? When he's able to do a hat-trick of assist, we are happy with the assist. He said it himself, I prefer doing the assist than to score. And Adrien Rabiot instead, 2 times on target, 2 times on goal. Grande. And we see the heat map of Adrien Rabiot that played super offensive yesterday. I was not expecting that. I was expecting maybe a McKennie playing more offensively, but what happened is McKennie, he sacrificed himself to help Cuadrado on the right side, where they were dangerous for Maccabi Haifa, and it was actually Rabiot that had the license to go up on the left side of the field. Yesterday, numbers of Adrien Rabiot, well, 100% take-ons completed, 88% pass accuracy, 64 touches, 13 on 50 duels won, the most of the game, also the most of the game in terms of recuperation of possession, 9 times, 7 tackles made, 4 succeeded if I'm not wrong, most of the team, 4 touches in opposition halves, 2 takes on complete, 2 shots on target, 2 goals. Huge UEFA Champions League stats of Adrien Rabiot from Squawqua. Look at that, beautiful images of Adrien Rabiot to finish the video with. Guys, long video, we spoke fast, we went through different topics, from the feelings, from what we had to better and not, to the tactical part. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for being on the channel. We see each other maybe tonight. I first have my courses, and after the courses maybe we jump on after 11, not before, that's a certainty. Grazie, forza, Juve.